Agreed.
Woo! All right, and last but not least,
Woo!
we are. I know. Woo, this
It's been a long time since we did a three show.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about The Boys. Oh, listen, Laz Alonso, I want to talk about his character because
Mother's Milk.
Oh my God, I think he's really good with this, Sid. Like really good.
Yeah.
He does us proud, AJ. He does us proud.
HU.
You know.
Oh my God. Okay, so episode. Oh, what is this? Episode 5. We gotta go now. So Vought Studios is pleased to announce the filming has begun on Dawn of the Seven. So 12 years of VCU movies have led to this. Is that the one? What episode are we on? 4 or 5?
4. 4.
Oh, 4. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Right. Sorry about that.
You're getting a sneak peek for next week, folks.
I know. Sorry about that. Okay. Rewind. Episode 4, Nothing Like It in the World. Road trip. The boys head to North Carolina to follow a lead on a mysterious soup named Liberty. And did you know a person's choice of candy bars might tell you if they're a serial killer? Watch and learn the warning signs. This episode could save your life. Okay, that was the wrap up that was a little synopsis or whatever that they gave you. But yes, the main thing was Starlight, Huey, and Mother's Milk go on this road trip to find out about this, former soup, Liberty.
Can I just say my skin looks very clear?
You know what?
I'm like, damn. I'm just admiring myself in this little window
AJ,
here.
You can please stop doing that. You can back up from the camera.
I know, right?
I just couldn't hold back.
Okay. You good now?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Can
someone get him some chapstick, though? How about that? I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Watch party?
Yeah, don't do it, AJ. Don't do it. Don't do it.
This is how we do. We occasionally go off the rails.
We off the rails. Bring us back.
So AJ, overall, The Boys, what'd you think of this episode? What stood out for you? What'd you think was like, oh wow, this is crazy or cool or whatever?
Yeah, so I thought it was a really solid episode. Diving into well, first of all, the road trip piece of it was great, right?
Yeah.
So we have these characters who, again, get some shine, but not a lot. Mother's Milk gets a little bit of shine, but not a lot of shine on the show, right? So we get to dive a little bit more into his backstory. We get to see the two lovers finally kind of come together and have their moment. And then
consummate their relationship.
Consummate their relationship.
I thought they did before, though. I didn't realize they didn't before.
No, first time. And then the revelations about Liberty. It made a lot of sense from watching the previous 3 episodes to see kind of what she was about and her motivation. She's been doing this for a long time.
Long time.
And we get to see in Liberty's character in the 70s. When that happened? So we get to see not police brutality, but super brutality on a black man getting stopped for no reason.
Yeah.
And she just kills him.
She just kills him. So she's been a racist for many, 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 many years.
But she apparently disappeared after that incident.
Right.
She disappeared. Liberty, the superhero, disappeared after that incident, and now we're learning. We're learning that she resurfaced and
Stormfront.
Right. She reintroduced herself as Stormfront.
Mm-hmm. Which again, the brilliant choice in names.
Right, because what does Stormfront mean?
Yes.
Right. The Stormfront is the KKK periodical.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, how appropriate that she's still rocking and rolling the same way. But you know what I liked also, the whole scene when Homelander rolls up on her and they have their little exchange. And I felt like at one point, like when they were face to face, like Homelander was like staring her down, and at one moment she kind of like not flinched or moved back, but like her facial expression was like, all right, I think I pushed him too far. Let me pull it back. Because he could really annihilate her at any moment. He could.
Well, I don't know.
We don't know that. Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think she is not, he is Superman. So no one's, but she is.
She could hold
his match. Yeah.
She could. Mm-hmm. But I still think.
I don't think she wants to play her cards yet.
Right. But I felt like there was a moment where she was like, all right, I'm going to pull it back. Let me just pull it back a little bit. I think I pushed a little too far. And I don't know if that was just her saying, he could really, come for me, or no, I'm just going to continue this cat and mouse game. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what it is. She's just patting him back and forth like a cat with a mouse and just messing around with him. So, but I just felt like there was a moment where she just was like, oh, let me pull it back a little bit.
But in these moments, you get to see how unintelligent he is, or how easy manipulated he is. And so because, he's the Superman character, and with Superman has a weakness, which is kryptonite. And so any overpowered person, there's always a weakness. So he doesn't have any physical weakness. He doesn't have a kryptonite. So it's like, how can this man exist? And so we realize.
So at the end of the last season, though, when he was about to fight,
fight who?
What was the guy whose wife he slept with or raped and had the kid?
Yeah, he wasn't going to fight him.
I thought he was going to fight him, and he had something to fend him off.
No, he wasn't going to fight him. No, he's a regular guy.
Oh, Butcher?
I thought he had something.
Butcher.
Yeah, I thought Butcher had something like a kryptonite kind of thing.
No, there is no kryptonite.
Okay.
There is no kryptonite for him. And so,
sorry about that.
What his kryptonite is intelligence, is humanity, is it like if you're able to talk your way through him and bring him down, you can overpower him.
But because remember, Homelander, he's childlike. Remember?
Yes.
So if you can dig at that every single time, that's what brings him down.
That's how the original woman was able to contain him.
Yes.
Because she leaned into that mother figure and she really manipulated him. But when he realized that she was lying to him, it was like, I can't.
Let me burn your face off.
Yeah.
Again, something that a child would do. That's a tantrum. What, you lied? Oh, damn it! Whatever. So that's his kryptonite. That's where his mind emotionally is childlike. So it's like, no, he's not intelligent because he's still operating on an 8-year-old brain. He doesn't see a bigger picture. Because as he's talking to Stormfront, he's talking about demographics. Oh, 18 to 24 like me, 25. And she's looking at him like, Negro, what?
What are you talking about?
That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand
You have fans. I have, what she said? I have warriors. I have.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, my 4,000 people will die for me.
Right. And he's not getting that. He doesn't understand that. So that's where she has the upper hand on him. And he doesn't even realize that's how she has the upper hand on you, dude. Like that's what it is. He doesn't realize that because he's still that childlike mind. You know what I mean? It's, oh my God, his character is so complex, but it isn't, like when so Homelander goes to this cabin or something. And then in comes.
I want to call it his fortress of solitude.
Oh yes,
that's where he goes. That's his escape.
Right.
His fortress of solitude. He goes to there, and out comes the vault boss, Madeline, I think her name was.
Yeah, Madeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at first you're like, oh shit, she ain't
Is this
died.
a flashback? Is this a flashback?
Yeah, is
Like,
it a
what's going on?
dream? Yeah.
Can you
Right.
bring her back to life? Like, what is this? And then as it moves forward, you realize it's another soup that's able to shapeshift into.
It's Mystique.
Right.
And it's like he's there forcing the soup to be Madeline. And then at a moment, the soup changes back into his regular frumpy self.
Horrible self.
He's like, I can't hold it. This is I never held this
painful.
form.
He's like,
He
it's
said,
painful.
change back.
I don't care. Sid, I'm cracking up with that whole scene. Damn. Like, and then the soup changes back into Madeline. He's like, okay, all right. Okay, it's gonna be all right. And then
Right.
Homelander lays his head on her lap, and then he's like back to, oh, this is soothing or whatever. Creepy, strange, unusual, whatever. And it's creepy. Like the whole thing is creepy, you know. But I just thought that was so interesting because again, it plays into that childlike Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it plays into that. So, Sid, what stood out for you? What was something that you were like, oh wow?
Expounding on what AJ said, I love the fact of the development of Mother's Milk and giving him a backstory of his father, and then giving him, and then kudos to Dawn Lewis for making a cameo.
Yes.
Dawn Lewis, hello.
Yeah.
She comes in and she's the woman that they went to go see on the road trip to give them the backstory of what happened. And so that little exchange was his moment. We got to see him in that role, in that leadership role, and give his explanation. And, you know, he's like, no, I can connect with her. I know her experience. We come from the same place. So she'll talk to me. And then that whole exchange. And I said, this was so well done.
So well done.
So well done.
Yeah, I loved how they allowed for Mother's Milk to take the lead. I mean, he has to. Butcher's gone.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I gotta take the reins.
Which he always, to me, seemed to be the leader.
Always, because he's that voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
He is. But you know what else I like too? I always like when they give little insight into characters.
Yeah.
So when Starlight realized and said to Huey, like, you
He's
realize
OCD.
your boy is OCD? Like, do you realize he does X, Y?
Right.
And I love that. Because it's just those little nuances that you realize about a character.
And Laz said that he's like that in real life.
Really?
He said in an interview he did because like The Walking Dead, there's an after show for this show. Hosted by
the comedian. Aisha Tyler.
Right.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
Oh my God, it's so good because they're raw and they can curse and they can say anything.
And Aisha's dope, and she's deep in the hero stuff.
And so she does an after show for it. And in that, they talked about that, and he says, like I was the one who, if anybody comes into the trailer or people's in the, doing the scene, I'll be the one to rearrange something, like just move this to the side. It'll be better right here. Like, you come back and your trailer's clean. He cleaned it.
He cleaned it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
When they came out the diner and he turned to Starlight and said, "Are you dry wiping?" I fell out. Because sometimes I would think that too. Like, are you wiping off that sugar with a dry? He's like, that's sticky. He's a white. Why are you using that? I would have thought that too. That's why it's so funny. Are you dry wiping?
Yeah. No, I like the threesome. I like the three of them together.
Yeah.
Huey, Starlight. I like them together. It was they make a good dynamic.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes,
so that whole road trip was really, it was, it shined a light on like so many other things as well. But like you said, like the three of them together and the bond that they're kind of, solidifying a little bit more was interesting as well. But yeah, for me, I definitely like that whole road trip. But I also found interesting to the whole Butcher
Yeah.
with his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice that she made.
To get away.
Because we really didn't really get the full understanding of what she did.
Right.
You know, and how she sacrificed her entire life to help Butcher and to be there for her child so that he doesn't grow up to be Homelander.
Like Homelander.
Right.
And then so his whole thing was, I'm gonna take y'all away out of here. And she was gung-ho for a second, but then at the end was like, I can't go with you. And
after she realizes what he said about the son.
That's right. That's right.
And then she starts thinking, nah, I can't go with you. This ain't even right. And at first I was like, huh? But as I was listening to her and she's talking to him and telling him, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, you don't see my son as a person.
At all.
You see him as this little experiment that he's going to just go off. No, that's my son.
Like, that's my son.
Right.
That's my son. Right. And as she's telling him that, like at first he's like, what? And then you could see he realizes, and he couldn't say anything because she was right. She was absolutely right. So now it'd be interesting. Okay, what you gonna do, Butcher? Because that was your whole thing.
That was your life. That was your mission.
Right.
Here's a question though. Do you think the things that she was telling him at the end, where you're a lot of work, I can't be here to save you, did she say that because she really felt it, or did she say that to make him leave?
No, I believed in her. No, because he's psycho. Remember, we got a glimpse of it. He is psycho to what he did to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This wasn't in the show. They have a little side piece that's online that it's a little extra scene. And I'm thinking that it was in the, because I was about to talk about it. There's a little scene of the period after Butcher gets saved by the wife. The time when Homelander drops him off to when he arrives back to the boys, they have a little vignette of what happened in that period.
Oh.
Right. So what happened in that period is he wound up in a town. He's dropped off at a diner or something. He goes and figure out where he is, what part of the country he's in. And then he finds an old army buddy that he goes to, I guess that's in that town. And he goes to the army buddy's house. And the army buddy's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since our platoon or whatever. Good to see you. Come on in. Tell me what's happening. And so we don't know that Butcher was a psycho in the army. Selfish. He was a killer, a murderer. And the guy knows this. And so he doesn't let on that, oh my God, Butcher's at my house. Oh my God, oh my God. So he plays into, oh, Butcher, come on in. And so he's on the phone. He's on the phone, like, and he alerts people that, oh my God, he's in my house.
Right.
You know, and so Butcher hears him. He's in the other room and he hears him. He's like, Butcher kills the guy.
Damn.
Okay.
And so he lives up to his name. His name is Butcher for a reason. He butchered people.
Got it.
And so he butchered this guy for nothing. And he killed him and left him in the house. And then he left. And then he ended up where we see him.
Okay.
So when the wife is talking about, you have issues and you're this and you're that.
Right.
We see he does have it and he's crazy.
He's crazy.
So now when you look at the discussion that he's having with Mother's Milk or Huey,
right.
He could have killed Huey any second.
Right.
But if it wasn't for Mother's Milk as the buffer,
right.
You know, he would have killed Huey in a second.
Right. And that's what she's speaking to.
Yes.
I can't save you.
Yes.
You keep looking at me like your peace of mind. And she's like, I can't be that. I got my son here.
Yes.
He's my main concern. I can't save you too. She don't got the bandwidth for it. I thought that was so, like, when I was watching it, I was like, wow, that she realized that and said, I can't go with you.
Wait,
and it's interesting because Mother's Milk is saying that Huey is that for him.
Yes. Huey is. So when he goes back to the boys,
right,
that's Huey's role for him.
Right.
Because he no longer has a mission. He doesn't have purpose. And so now he's going to make the boys' mission his main purpose. And then Huey's going to take that role as his conscience, as his light. And so Matthew Connolly in the comments said this episode answered the question that I have about Butcher. I wondered if he always was an asshole or did losing his wife make him that way? Right. He was always an asshole.
Right.
He was always that way.
Losing his wife, I'm sure, accentuated all of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, the whole Butcher thing, like, just that. I'm glad they took the time to, like, really look into that, because that's been his whole thing. My wife. Oh my God, my wife. So it's like, now that's no more. So now it's like, oh my gosh, is he gonna be like just a bat out of hell now? You know what I'm saying? But like we were just saying, Huey is now that one person that's going to be in his ear. Like we were thinking, and Mother's Milk too, because Mother's Milk has been that for the whole group.
Right.
He's the voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? So now he's going to have to recalibrate and figure out, well, why am I here? Because now, my wife is not here. That's not my mission anymore. Yes.
Let's talk about Dianetics or the cult or whatever you want to call them. Yes, that was a whole theme running throughout the whole show. I'm like, what are these women? They're interviewing. What's going on here? It kept interjecting to these people having conversation and being interviewed, and then we come to find out that the cult, what are they? What are they? A religious order or whatever? They're interviewing potential wives for the deep.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, what?
It was on some old Scientology.
Yeah. I feel like that storyline was just like, bloop, let me just interject that. I don't know.
It was a scene from Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Not Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Yes.
It was, it's so interesting. And I was like, look at this here. Because remember, they were interviewing girls or something, and they were talking about love or whatever.
To rehabilitate his image. And so they need to marry him off.
Right. So, and then he chose a girl, but then the woman...
he chose who he was attracted to.
Somebody who was sexy.
He's like, no.
And she said,
not what this is about.
No, you gonna marry, it's gonna be Carol. He said, no, I don't want Carol. And
she said, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And it's your decision. And I was like, yo, this woman is gangster. This woman is gangster. He's like, yes, you chose her. It's your decision.
Her. This is her. And I said, oh my gosh. I can't wait to see how that unfolds. I really can't. Because the deep is still a mess. He's still a mess.
He's a mess.
He's still
as much as he tried too. It's like, I got my confidence built back up. I'm ready to join the 7. I'm gonna bring this whale up out the shit. It all went to hell all over again.
Yeah. But I like that they're not rushing through it. I like that they're allowing us to watch his progression, his transition. I love it.
Yes, it's like building up. What it's going to be, like what he's going to be and how he's going to play into this whole thing, because he's going to play into the whole thing, because he's not a part of the 7 really. Just like how A-Train
got your boo.
Yo, Homelander was like, so you're out.
He's like, you can't run no more, but we can still be friends.
Right.
Yeah, friends, etc. I was like, what the? Yo, A-Train gone. So I immediately thought, I wonder if he's then going to maybe join Starlight and be against, because now he's like,
I don't know. Well, they gave him a hell of a package. Like, they just didn't toss him to the curb.
Well, yeah,
He's had,
right.
he has a series on the streaming service.
Series.
That's right.
He's going to experience it.
Yeah, they gave him a really nice package. So if I was him, I would get past your ego. Now you don't have to be under Homelander and fear for your life every day.
Of course.
Like now, right. You're still getting a check. You have your own show. Like this is a better situation for you, really.
Of course.
And this is actually feeding much more into your strong suit. This is what you really want to do.
Yes.
Right.
Let that new guy deal with Homelander.
Yes.
Right.
Because Homelander is a
psycho. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, but he doesn't see it that way.
No, he doesn't. Like how he was over Maeve, and he keeps like threatening her and being threatening towards her and taunting her. And I'm like, he's an asshole.
Yo, that was gangster the way he outed.
Yes.
That was gangster.
Yes.
I sat there like,
what?
You just outed her on national television.
National TV. And she sat there like this. And she was like, I said, oh my God. And she couldn't say anything afterwards.
No.
Because he's just got this thing over her. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like now it's out. She don't gotta cover, hide. Bitch, step into your own now. Like
no. It's not even about her accepting who she is. She was protecting her girl. Because everyone that she fell in love with, he would get rid of them.
No, I know.
And so now he's scared. She's scared, but he reassured her, like, no, I'm good with you. I'm good with, I ain't gonna kill this one. For now.
Again, taunting her.
Yeah.
And so
what's in her favor is Stormfront. Because now there's someone else there to take the attention away from her.
And so that's why I'm hoping that she can puff her chest out a little bit more, and so that he doesn't have that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't like how he taunts her like that. I don't like it.
That's how he is with everybody.
I know.
Everybody.
Yeah, he's that way with everybody.
He's terrible. And he doesn't yell. He just talks like.
But the thing is, he has his eye on everybody.
Everything.
Like he doesn't miss a beat. The only one is Black Noir. He doesn't fuck with Black Noir. He doesn't know anything about him.
He doesn't. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't nothing. So that I'm like, what's that about? And they look, and Black Noir was in this a little bit too. When they was it this episode or was it the last episode when he was sitting down with the girl in the computer room and they were looking for? I think
it was this one.
It was this episode. He was looking for
Butcher.
Butcher. And they were looking for Butcher, and they found him. So, oh my gosh, The Boys. It's just again another show that got tons of layers, but I do love how they are into every character. Every character has like, a part in this or whatever. Even the girl that A-Train was like, you used to get my damn coffee.
The publicist.
Right. The publicist.
She got a part.
Right.
I think it's
how the publicist coming up. You know what I'm saying? How a damn publicist coming up.
Oh,
shout out to the publicist.
Shout out to the publicist. Oh my gosh. So okay, let's rate this episode. Sid, what was your rating?
I'm gonna stick with my 4.5. I don't want to give it a perfect score yet because I just want to be able to give it somewhere to go. But so I'm gonna give it 4.7. Okay. Yeah, it was really good.
AJ?
I'm a solid 4. I thought it was a really good episode. Maybe not quite a great episode, but it was very good. Very good.
Okay. And yes, I'm gonna have to agree with AJ. I give it a 4. It was a really good episode. But I'm still like kind of like, okay, what's gonna happen or how this is gonna play out?
Wait a minute. We almost forgot about the ending with Homelander.
Oh, talk about that, Sid.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So Homelander goes back to his Fortress of Solitude, the cabin in the woods, with the Mystique character, the shapeshifter, and the shapeshifter is playing the woman from before,
Madeline.
and then
Mhm.
he's over Madeline, and then he transforms into Homelander.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Homelander is talking to himself. He's talking to himself, and he realizes he has an epiphany that he's just like, yo, I don't need you. I don't need to be loved. I don't need to be liked anymore. You know, so in a very sick and perverted scene,
he kills himself.
So just in terms of the doppelganger, wanting to go down on him and have sex with him as himself, but he kills himself. That part, that I guess the weakness of himself. And now it's on.
It's on.
Oh yeah.
It's on. He was like, I just destroyed. I'm free. I just killed my weakness right now.
That's right.
And it's like, oh no, I don't care about nothing.
Nothing.
That's right.
It's on.
So
I don't care about this kid who don't really love me.
Yeah,
I don't care about this bitch who don't love me.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
I
don't want to be loved and liked. I don't care about that no more.
And that makes him so much more dangerous.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
Because now it's like, where's the weakness? Oh shit, there's no weakness. He don't care.
He don't care.
Yo, powerful.
Yeah, that scene. I said, yo, what? Can you imagine what it was like filming that?
Oh,
that shit is crazy.
It was
like, just think of it.
And again,
it's like you're reading the dialogue. It's like, what is happening in this scene?
I'm sucking myself off.
Like, what? I'm coming onto myself.
It was in true Homelander fashion, creepy. Like, what? What is this mess here? But that's anything surrounding Homelander is going to be weird, unusual, and it's going to be creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I know.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow. So yes, this was, oh my gosh, these 3 shows, like I said before, so much layers to it. Great shows, well written, entertaining. I mean, and it was just so much to unpack. We wanted to take the time to really do this right. I do want to also reiterate that this Thursday show is the last Thursday show that we're having. However, we will still be on, on Sundays. We will still have our show on Sundays at 10 p.m. So we're wrapping it up tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, Matthew Connolly, for your and so forth. I see Ray Tamara popped in for a second.
Hey, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Thank you. He said he loved my glasses. I'm like, thank you so much.
Oh, that's what that meant. I didn't know what that comment meant. Okay.
Yes. So yes, please tune in on Sundays at 10 p.m. to the watch party. And AJ, where can they find it? Watch the watch party
at the Hitless Network on Instagram, on YouTube, or wherever else Sydney tells me.
There you go.
Yes, everyone, please like and subscribe so that you get those reminders and notifications when we are up and live. Sid, you want to say something?
Right. And if for those people who didn't catch it or you came in late to this broadcast, hopefully you'll be able to see it tomorrow on YouTube.
Oh my God.
So watch us again.
Watch party people, that's a dig towards our producer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're gonna end right here and now before we go off the rails again. Enjoy the rest of the evening, everyone. We will see you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.